Michael, the club's accounts were announced yesterday and a small profit was made last season. How much pride do you take in that as the manager who came in partway through the season and managed to keep everything within budget and keep the club up?
I didn't know, firstly. Look, we work within parameters I'm told. So if the board give me more money, I'll spend it. If they don't, I can't. So they have to sign every signing off anyway, so the board take credit for that, not me. It is a well-run club. One thing we don't want is we don't want a Bury scenario. We do want a football club. It is frustrating at times because supporters want you to go for it, but you can't spend beyond your means. It's always been the case. Obviously, there's been a couple of sell-ons and things like that, which will have helped recently as well. So it shows the importance of selling players. Sometimes not even the big part of it, as in the Luke Thomas one, for example. A lot of deals now are done with big sell-ons. So you might get a player for a cheaper fee, but we might actually make more money if we sell a player the second time round, if that makes sense. So I forgot his name now. Packy, obviously Marlon Pack, things like that. So it's the way we have to work.
And obviously you're on a great run at the moment, up to a couple of points off of fourth place. How do you keep it going?
Just keep delivering performances. The mentality of the group's been good for a long time. Something I questioned when we first came in, but they've taken it on, they've embraced it, taken the challenge and put themselves in a position where we can achieve something. So whether it happens or not, I don't know, but it is just a case of win the next game. It is boring, but it's I think it is genuine, it's sincere. They don't worry too much about looking ahead, because if you look too far ahead, you forget what's right in front of you.
Winning's not boring though, is it?
Never boring. The other night wasn't boring. It was an edgy game. Northampton came. They changed the way they play, which is a compliment to ourselves straight away. They started with a 4-3-3, something they've not done, so they caught us on the hop there a little bit. But then second half, during the game, they've reverted back to what they normally do. They've ended up putting a man marker on Ryan Broom. So they did a lot to try and stop us playing, and they did it well. And to nick it with, it wasn't the last minute, 85th minute, and then there was another 5 minutes put up as well. So then we showed the other side of the game. But no, it's difficult to win a game of football. I tell the lads all the time. You do need a little bit of luck. You do need sometimes a referee decision. And you do need 7 or 8 players to turn up, and that's what we have been doing recently.
And also, with that run that you're on, how much does that then sort of increase not only the confidence but the belief that you can go on and get an 85th minute winner and come from behind and still win?
I think we've scored quite a few goals in the last 15 minutes of a game, so it shows you the fitness levels and the mentality. That stick to the process, believe in what we do, because we do try and keep the ball. It doesn't always work like that, but we believe the way we play works. So just because you're 1-0 down with 20 minutes to go, it doesn't mean you should start booting it. Don't get me wrong, there are times when we have done that. But as a general sort of rule, trust in what we do, and hopefully it pays you back. Now, it has done in the last couple of weeks, but we've got quality in the squad as well, so we can affect it from different areas. We've made a few tactical decisions to teams, people coming out the team through no fault of their own. So it's all moving in the right direction, but like I said, you've got to just keep churning them out.
How crucial is the start at Colchester, especially bearing in mind of what Northampton did to you early doors on Tuesday?
Every minute's the same. Every point is the same. You're not going to prioritise the first 10 minutes. This is why we have a little reset at half time, because people say start the game well, make sure you turn around in the first 5 minutes, and then start the second half. No one says anything. So every minute's got to be as valuable as each other. Northampton started well, no getting away from that. We started poorly. We turned the ball over 2 or 3 times cheaply in the first 2 or 3 minutes, got them a little bit of territory which they wanted, and 2 or 3 long throws, and scored a good goal. There's always an opposition. It's not ideal. We do try and start every game well. So Saturday's no different.
And what do you make of their recent form? Obviously, they got back to winning ways against Salford, having lost a couple, but been on a really good run before that. Yeah,
I think there were 16 games unbeaten. Resilient. They can play lots of different ways. They can play a 3. They played 4-4-2 last week, but they're generally a 4-3-3. So they've got lots of options. They've got quite a few players that have been there quite a while now, so they'll understand John and the way he wants them to play, and little tweaks that he'll make. And they've got good players, and quite a few of them as well. So it's that they gave us a hiding there last year. It was 3-0. It could have been a lot more. We learned quite a lot about us as regards to what we weren't very good at, and things we had to change and learn from. So it was actually a good game for us, moving forward, not long term. But it will be a difficult one. It's a long way to go. It's against a good team who are similar to ourselves. I think they've got the third best defensive record in the league. We've obviously got the best defensive record in the league, so that tells you that they've got a structure and an organisation within their good play as well, because they are attacking and free flowing, and they've got quite several players that can go and play in the top end of the pitch that can hurt you.
Including a Mr. Pell, who obviously was well known here by the fans and well liked.
Yeah, I don't know Pelly personally. I've seen him play a couple of times when he was here. But he another good player. You know, he's not one of the attacking ones, so to speak, but good size, good engine, can play a bit as well. So I'm sure some of the lads will be pleased to see him, but just another face to me.
Injuries, how's the squad?
I don't think there's anything from the other night. Gav's just been in, so I don't think there's anything other than a couple of knocks and kicks, but nothing serious.